Hi, I'm Julie. Welcome to the SoCal Garden Haven. Come along with me as we explore my Southern California garden, discovering what's growing, and finding a little peace and happiness along the way. Here's this spring's potato planting. I always do it in a container, and I do about 3, at least 2, if not 3 crops a year. In here I planted Yukon, Purple Majesty, which is purple. Yukon is a brown, like a cream color. And Sangre is more of a red, and also Russet. And this is what a Russet seed potato looks like. And all the seed potatoes look like this, except that they have different colors depending on the variety. So what you do, you'll see in here that I didn't fill this with soil, because what you do is you plant the seed potatoes deeply. I'm going to show you how right here, how you would want to do it. I reserved that one so you could see it. You have to get some things out of the way here. And you can cut the seed potatoes up when they're small like that. I just pretty much leave them. And then if you do cut them, little avocado there, if you do cut them, what you want to do is let them callus over, so because otherwise they'll rot. So when they're really small like that, it's easier just to plant them. Just depends on how many you want. So what happens afterwards is, you saw the green in the potato that starts growing and creates leaves. What you do is you begin to fill up with soil, and what you do is you fill it up until you just have a little bit of green on top, so that it can keep growing up. And what happens is the potatoes grow along the stem underground, because as you probably know, potatoes do grow underground. So exciting to grow potatoes. It's one of my favorite crops to grow, and it's so easy. And it's a pretty nice leaf here. The leaves are toxic because it is in the Solanaceae family and the nicotine family, so definitely don't want to eat those leaves. But the potatoes, as you know, you can eat, and they're so delicious. Now when you grow them in containers like this, I have had some pretty good sized ones, but a lot of times they're more like small to medium, but the small to medium actually taste better. So I don't mind them being a little on the smaller side, and you can even do the baby potato size as well. So I'll show you in a little bit, once I fill this in with soil, just how much soil I fill in. Okay, so you can see that I filled in with soil. It's not all the way up yet, but I couldn't go much more, because those guys are pretty much up to the limit as to how I could go, and you see that other little one there. So this can be a little bit of the evening out here. Sometimes you have to wait for some to catch up a little bit, but I did kind of mound over here, mound over there. And as far as that one that I planted, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if it makes its way up, sprouts and makes its way up. I have had that happen. You can see that I have soil nearby with that can, so I just will fill in as the plants grow. And these are different varieties, so that's likely why they're growing at such a different rate. And then you do keep them watered, but of course not soggy, because you don't want to rot the plants, and certainly don't want to rot the potatoes when they do come up. Okay, so I've put soil in the pot, and you can see it's almost up to the top of the pot, so I can't really go any further with the soil. So I'll get potatoes below ground, and even having a lot of foliage on top is okay, because a lot of really good foliage is going to put energy into making bigger potatoes. But sometimes you can, as I mentioned, harvest them smaller. And I did just find one little treasure when I was cleaning out the pot that I had used the last time I grew potatoes. And here it is. It's a little guy, as you can see, but it is a potato. It's a little red potato, and I'm going to eat it anyway because it's really in good shape. No blemishes really, not rotting at all. So it was stayed preserved in that in the soil there, and the soil was dry because I hadn't been watering that pot because the crop was done. So you may find treasures later, and it's good to know too that you can also store, pretty much store the potatoes in the soil. I haven't checked in on these in a while. You can see that some of them died back all the way, which means the potatoes on that are ready. So this one looks like the one that I had put in last. So not sure about that, but this green here, this means that it's still growing strong, so to speak. I'm going to just show you, this is a flower. They're kind of pretty flowers. Oops, I dropped it. They're kind of pretty flowers, but they're highly toxic. There it is. When they're open, they're prettier, but you can see it has a little really pretty yellow center there. A lot of times they'll flower when the vine is nearing the point where it's going to start dying back. Okay, it is finally harvest day. You can see here that all the vines have died back. So at this point, you can actually just pull them up, pull them off, clean it up a little bit before harvest if you want to. You don't have to. I like to, just to kind of get a clean slate here. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then we're going to start digging for potato gold. Okay, it's time to start digging and see what comes up. You never know where they're going to be, and I've found too that sometimes I'll dig for a while and then come back later and find more. Ooh, look at that. I think I planted a russet, and this one looks like that. So I'm going to put it in my basket here and keep digging. And you don't have to dig them all up at once. They store really well in the ground, which is another nice thing. I have hit more gold here. So exciting when it's time to harvest the potatoes. It's one of my favorite things. I swear it's like opening a present from Mother Nature. So fun. Look at that. These are looking good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Another one. So this was off the same plant. The Sangre is red, and this looks like the Sangre. So I've got some Sangre here. So usually you'll find like a bunch in certain areas, that because the stem grows pretty much straight, straight, and then the potatoes are along the line there. So there's another one. Another Sangre. This one looks amazing. I've never tried this potato before. Sangre means, you may know, blood in Spanish. So the red color, so pretty. I'm so excited to see how these guys taste. All right. Planted all the way down to the bottom. Okay, there's a little baby one. So they're not always huge, but I really like the smaller potatoes anyway. Another one. So we're getting quite a few off of that one Sangre. I'm not sure how many I planted of that plant, but quite a few. Now there's something over here. Oh, more Sangre. Nice. I will definitely have to grow this one again. Okay, so still got a ways to the bottom of the pot. There's another guy, another Sangre. I'm gonna try somewhere else now to see if I can get another variety over here. So you really don't know, you just have to keep digging. Like I said, you can keep them in here. They store well in the soil as long as you don't water it a bunch. Okay, here's something else. Ooh, wow, look at that beauty. There's something too about the color of this one that makes you think like, oh, this has got to taste all buttery. Getting hungry just doing this. It's so much fun. So I would definitely suggest trying this. It's so easy, as you saw, and it's so much fun. I found a bigger one over here. Let's see if I can get to it now. Ooh, exciting! Okay, now there is a big potato. So this one is a good sized potato. So you will get a combination of the bigger and the smaller, the little babies and even the big ones. This is a nice hefty potato. So it's possible in a container to get a big potatoes as well. You just need to keep them well watered but not over watered, and do your due diligence in terms of covering the stems as they grow, and you can end up with something like this, which I'm really excited about tasting as well. So there's definitely more in here, but I'm gonna stop now because I have plenty to eat for now, and I will come back and do some more harvesting when I want some more, and then we will meet in the kitchen to see how these taste. So here I've cleaned a lot of them, and I'm going to steam them because I think when you do that, rather than something like frying or something or mashing, I'll get a better idea of their flavor profiles. I'll check in with you when they're nice and tender and let you know how they taste. Okay, so I'm trying the potatoes. I tried the russet first, and I have to say it tastes just like a russet. It's that real kind of heavier potato taste, really hearty taste that russets have. So that's very cool. Okay, now I'm going to try one of the red Sangre ones, which, as you see, kind of lost some of that red. But no, there's still some in there as well. Okay, so this one, yeah, has more of that, I guess like a lighter taste, and it does really taste like the traditional red potato. So that's good. Excuse me. Okay, now we're gonna do this Yukon Gold here. Look at the interior. Okay, this one I have to say is my favorite. It does have that buttery taste I was envisioning, and I think it's gonna taste really good just with a little bit of butter, a little salt, maybe some herbs from the garden. That's what I'm gonna do. Definitely tasty, definitely fun, as you saw, definitely easy to do, and perfect for a container, which is perfect for SoCal. Thanks for spending some time today with me in the garden. If you enjoyed being here, feel free to subscribe and come back again soon.